Brett went 8-6 against the spread. Unfortunately, I had a bad week, 4-10. I'll tell you this, the underdogs. It was an underdog week, my friend. 8-6 for the underdogs. So, hey, if you had the underdogs, even Vegas didn't make out so well. But last week we had a real sloppy week. Buffalo, 2 turnovers. Derek Anderson, Cleveland, 2 completions and 23 yards. I mean, what's that going on? Rams, 4 turnovers. Oakland, 3 turnovers. Jamarcus Russell wins that going to end 8 completions.
That was a good week for him.
I know. Tampa Bay, 3 interceptions. The only team that's actually got a chance of going anywhere is San Francisco with their 3 turnovers. So sloppy week all around, but the underdogs covered a lot of games last week, but we're going to go right into this week, week 6. First game of this week is Houston, 2-3 at Cincinnati, 4-1. Houston's getting 5.5 points. Brett, what do you think of this game?
I'm taking 5.5 points. I like Shaw. He's number 3 in passing. Andre Johnson's number 5 in passing. Cincinnati's got a good team, but 5 points.
Yeah, I know. I'll tell you something. I like Houston also in this game. Cincinnati's coming off the 4th comeback win in the 4th quarter. They're 1 tip away from 5-0, but they only had 1 win more than 3 points. That scares me. The 5.5 spread. I like Houston too. Detroit 1-4 at Green Bay, 2-2. Detroit's getting 13.5 points. I like Detroit in this game. Green Bay is not too well against the cover. They're 2-2 against the spread. I like Detroit in this one.
I think Stafford and Calvin Johnson are going to be out this week, which is a big detriment to the team. They have to run the ball to be effective this week. They don't have the greatest running game, but I'm still taking Green Bay in this. They have a week to prepare for the Lions.
Okay. You like Green Bay. I like Detroit. Baltimore 3-2 at Minnesota, 5-0. Baltimore's getting 2.5. Who do you like in this game?
I'm going to take Baltimore. They ended up the first 100-yard rushing on 40 games last week, and I think Ray Lewis is going to be angry, and he's going to get his defense pumped up.
Well, I like Minnesota in this game. Laid at 2.5. I like Minnesota at home. Jared Allen's playing like Superman this season, and he's going to have a field day on Baltimore. Hey, I like Minnesota. New York Giants, 5-0 over here, baby. At New Orleans, 4-0. Giants getting 3. I like the Giants in this game. I think it's a tough game to figure out either way, but I think the Giants are more balanced all around than the Saints.
I feel the same way. The Saints have a better defense. It's very underrated. They've only given up about just over 16 points per game this year, but they haven't played the Giants, who put 28 points up on 4 possessions last week before having Eli sit out. So I'll take the Giants in this.
I like the Giants in this too.
Getting 3.
The Saints have given up a lot of points. The bad teams gave up 27 points to Detroit, who won. Cleveland 1-4 at Pittsburgh, 3-2. Cleveland's getting 14 points in this game. What do you like in this game?
I'm going to go with Cleveland. You know, they won the game last week. Winning breeds more winning. Palomalo's out again this week, so I'm not sure how well they're going to do. Pittsburgh hasn't done that well against the spread. So.
Yeah, Pittsburgh is an awful 1-4 against the spread. Cleveland is decent at 2-3. I like Cleveland in the points. You got Carolina 1-3 at Tampa Bay, 0-5. Tampa Bay's getting 3. I like Carolina in this game. Carolina showed some life last week against Washington. It looks like they need another week here. They're going to come back, play a little bit better. Jake Delhomme, hey, what can I say? I like Carolina. Tampa Bay's going nowhere.
They didn't come back last week, even though they didn't cover. But yeah, I'm going to go with Carolina too. Tampa Bay, Josh Johnson, he needs to, you know, he's got a couple of games. He's got to get a couple more games under his wing before they can get a little bit better.
Yeah, Kansas City 0-5 at Washington 2-3. Kansas City's getting +6. This is another game of nobodies, but I'll tell you something. I like Kansas City in this one.
I'll take Kansas City too. Washington, they have a very good team on paper. They have a good offense, good defense, special teams, bad coach,
And they're 0-2 against the spread, also at home, Washington. So take the points, take Kansas City. Hope so. St. Louis 0-5 at Jacksonville 2-3. St. Louis is getting 9.5 points. I mean, they're horrible. But what do you like in this game, Brett?
I'm taking St. Louis. I'm going to go out on a limb here. We had Bolger step in last week after Bowler got that concussion. Went 7-7, 88 yards and a touchdown. Not that they're going to win the game, but I'll take 9.5 against Jacksonville, who got crushed last week.
I like the Rams too in this game. I like the points. Jacksonville got crushed against Seattle. I don't see them coming back in this game at all. I'll take St. Louis on the points as well. 9.5 points. I think they can cover this game. Arizona 2-2 at Seattle 2-3. Arizona's getting 3 points. I gotta say, I like Arizona in this game. You want to look good against Houston last week, even though the almost gave up the game for him.
Well, the defense stepped up twice. Dominic Rogers-Cromartie had that interception at the end of the game, and then they did hold on when it counted at the 1 yard line, 3 straight at the goal line, and they didn't give it up. So.
Well, that was after Schaub basically tore the secondary apart. But what are you going to do? That's right, yeah, prevent. Prevents nothing. Philadelphia 3-1 at Oakland, 1-4. Oakland's getting 14 points here. Hey, I like Philly in this one. They covered last week at home against Tampa Bay. I think they're going to do it again on the road against Oakland.
Yeah, Donovan was there back to 3 touchdowns last week with a broken rib, which is not easy. They got.
Well, let me tell you something. Philly and Oakland going in 2 different directions. Oakland, Jamarcus Russell, when is that experiment going to end? That's all I can say. They're horrible. Let's see, they need reorganization. You know, when is it going to happen?
A big game last week in Philadelphia. Jeremy Maclin, he's a rookie this year. They're hoping he could be one of the, their top receivers.
Next game, we got Tennessee 0-5 at New England 3-2. Tennessee's getting 9.5 points. Who do you like in this game, Brad?
I'm going to go with New England. They're at home.
I like New England too. They're pissed. Coming off a road loss against Denver. Denver, look, defense surprised me because now they played somebody that's competitive. I think New England needs a big win here. Tennessee, it's horrible Sunday night against Indianapolis. It was 31-9. They look like they're going in an awful direction. And Kerry Collins is still the quarterback. Can you believe it?
I was going to say, they might want to put Vince Young in just for a spark.
Yeah, well, Jeff Fisher says, not a chance, not yet. Buffalo, 1-4 at the Jets. 3-2. Buffalo's getting 9.5 points. Who do you like in this game?
I like the Jets. I think Owens lost his way. Trent Edwards is not a regular quarterback. The Bills maybe, but it's still not going to work out. The Jets defense is going to step up. Rex Ryan was not too happy this week. As you can tell from the press conference.
Jets gave up 21 points in the 4th quarter to Miami. You know, Buffalo coming off a horrible loss against Cleveland. I don't see them covering this spread. I like the Jets as well at home. Bounce back. The offense was really coming around. Mark Sanchez and company. Hey, Braylon Edwards, superstar. You know, what's going on? Unbelievable. Sunday night, you got Chicago 3-1 at Atlanta 3-1. Chicago's getting 3. I like the Dirty Birds in this one. I got to use your phrase there, Brett. I'm telling you. I like Atlanta. Oh, really?
Yeah, Chicago. That sounds kind of weak. Chicago's got a good defense, even though they don't have their best player. I think Johnny Knox is an excellent receiver, along with Devin Hester. He gives Cutler, good options. Plus, Matt Forte is yet to explode.
I hear you. But Atlanta's 2-0 and 2-0 against the spread at home. I look to see them go 3-0. I think Sunday night they're going to show the whole world that it's not the old Atlanta. Monday night football, Denver 5-0 at San Diego 2-2. Denver's getting +4. Who do you like in this one?
I take Denver. I like Denver. And I like those jerseys last week, even though everyone else was their own.
Yeah, I like Denver too in this game. San Diego is horrible against the spread. They're 1-3 against the spread, 1-1 at home against the spread. Their defense can't stop anybody, so that's why I like Denver.
I think Denver's defense has proven themselves. They've only let up 43 points all year, and their coach is 33 years old. I think he really knows how to talk to those young rookies on the team.
Hey, so there you have it. Thank you this week. This week we'd like to thank the Changing Times Ale House in East Northport, Long Island, home of the world famous wings. I hope you enjoyed our picks, and we'll have a good week 6, and we'll see you next week.